Welcome back to Bazaar Morning Call. Let's get a discussion going now on Reliance Industries and how you should approach that one. It was a mixed bag actually for the company this time around. They largely met estimates because of the strength in the consumer business. The retail business saw good 20% growth. The telecom business was strong as well, and that offset the normalization in the oil to chemicals business. Harshvardhan Dole, Vice President Institutional Equities at IIFL, and Balaji Subramaniam, the Vice President at IIFL Securities, joins us now. Gentlemen, morning to both of you. Harsh, let me begin with you. What has the summary been of the earnings, and what have you done with your target price, your FY24 estimates as well? Have you changed it in any way post the earnings?
So, frankly, the numbers were, broadly in line or a shade below what we had forecast. And I'd attribute the reason to the weakness in the O2C segment. Mind you, the O2C came in on a very high base. And to that extent, there is a moderation in the overall performance. But I would not read too much into it, given the volatility in the spreads and the evolving macro landscape. But the good part is the other three businesses have done exceptionally well, particularly retail and the E&P segment. Particularly the E&P, where the ramp-up has been actually 2 quarters ahead of time. And that should lay concerns on the issues on ramp-up of gas volumes, etc. So in all, we are not too disappointed with the first quarter numbers, and we have broadly maintained the 10 to 11% earnings CAGR over the next 2 years or so. The SOTP is closer to about 2650, which is where the stock is trading at.
Okay, all right. Sorry, what did you say? 2650 is your SOTP, right?
That's right.
Okay. Balaji Subramaniam of IIFL Securities is also with us. Balaji, overall, it seemed like quite a muted quarter, but the expectation in the medium term is that there are many triggers. Of course, what's happening with JFS, Geo Financial Services. There's the update on the green energy business. Goldman Sachs has valued it at almost $30 billion as a base case. So there's lots happening as we move forward. But based on these numbers, would you change your estimates anyway?
Good morning. Let me be just clear that, I look at the telecom part. So if you were to look at the performance of Geo, it was fairly in line. And the good thing was the subscriber additions were fairly strong. To that extent, there is not much change to my estimates. And what I do believe is that a broad-based 4G tariff hike is probably happening only in the next financial year. I think the near-term triggers to watch out for would be how the recently launched Jio Bharat phone is going to fare, because what we have seen is early in July, the company had started the beta phase for the first 1 million subscribers, and we just need to see whether that results in traction for Jio at the lower end of the market. The other thing to watch out for would be on any potential 5G phone launch. So we would look forward to any announcements that would be made during the AGM, maybe in the next 1 month or so.
Any takeaways for Bharti compared to what you've seen with Jio's numbers?
Bharti's numbers also should be fairly resilient. So what I have is around a 3% QOQ mobile revenue growth. Bharti would also see some tailwinds from the price increases that they took for entry-level plans earlier this year. So the full quarter's benefit would flow through in 1Q.
Okay, all right. Harsh, coming back to you, what do you see as the next big trigger for Reliance, and anything that you're expecting from the AGM which could sort of, be a positive, either a positive or a negative trigger for the stock? Harsh, is my voice reaching you? Okay, I don't think Harsh can hear me. All right, you want to just summarize for us, Balaji, what your view is on Jio in the sense, based on what you saw in this quarter, both in terms of subscriber addition and average revenue per user, what are you penciling in for the rest of the fiscal?
So as far as subscriber growth is concerned, I am kind of building in the current momentum through the rest of the year. And if you look at what happened on the ARPU front, it was a fairly modest increase. And in the absence of any outright tariff hikes, my ARPU estimate for FY24 is about 184 rupees, which is not significantly higher than what we saw in 1Q.
Okay, 184 rupees. That's much higher than what we saw, as you said. Have you baked in any incremental sales from the Jio Bharat phone or not yet?
To some extent, yes, but those don't move the needle significantly, at least for FY24.
Sure, sure. And this 5G rollout, can you compare it with Bharti in any way? I mean, the Jio 5G rollout versus what Bharti is doing, and would that, change the estimates for either stocks?
As far as 5G rollouts are concerned, Jio seems to be a lot more faster. And I think it has got to do with just the timing of the rollout. As far as Jio is concerned, they have clearly said that they want to achieve pan-India coverage by the end of this calendar. So to that extent, Jio has front-ended its rollout a little bit. As far as Bharti is concerned, I think, as we saw in 4G also, it will be a little bit more gradual.
Okay, I think we lost the line there with Balaji. So some issue. I don't know if Balaji is back. But I think we got the bulk of what Balaji was saying. Balaji, if you can hear me, thank you very much for joining us. And Harsh, if you can hear me, thank you very much for being with us here as well.